All right. So we are going to give the alien its health, if you will. So I know the light. Well, 3 people already have joined. What the heck? All right. Anyway, so we are going to be making a pattern, and okay, that shows up light enough, or dark enough. Another one just in case. They're right there. If not, anywho, does that help? I think it does. Oh, Punk Waddle. If you build it, they will. Well played, Punk Waddle. Well played. Hey, Faradid. Hope you're doing well. Anyway, guys, so for those of you who've never been here before, this is where puppets come from. So this puppet is unique in that I have clear resin lights. So for those of you who are just playing catch up, clear resin, I should say, is the eyes covered with a black acrylic, and fairy lights are behind, giving it that eerie glow. Hey, Steven. So, yeah, actually, I don't think you guys have even seen the mouth and the tongue yet and how it actually works. We only talked about the concept. I just one night was fiddling and farting around and was like, oh, yeah, I should see if this works. So, you guys can actually see what's going on here. Oh, if I can get my thumb in there. There we go. Takes a minute. But anyway, so when he talks, so that's kind of what he does. So hope you're doing well, Sherry. Hope you're doing well. But the nice thing is, like, because he's actually kind of like an oven mitt, to be honest with you. That's kind of how he works. So he, yeah, you can kind of see him. He can move his eyes around, look down. Bromwell, hope you're doing well. And yeah, so that's the tongue. So now we're gonna add the fleece to the body. So today there's gonna be a bit of sewing, folks, and so, but you'll get to see how the pattern is made. Bleh. Anyway, so this is where he's at. Not gonna kill those batteries. So turn that off, and away we go, kids. Away we go. So essentially, what I'm going to do, actually. So for myself, I think what I'm going to do is, when it comes down to it, I'm just going to cut a slit for the mouth to kind of go through so that I can just do this right down the middle, and I'll do the moving jaw part as a separate piece, and then I don't have to worry. I'm thinking anyway. So yeah, that's the plan. You guys can't hear me, correct? I'm not just talking. Someone say you can hear me. And I don't have a mouse. Ugh. The hive is collectively content. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Paul. All right. Yeah, so I forgot my friggin' mouse, so I was going to work on something else, but alas, this is how we are going to do it today. So, pin in all along here. So if you're wondering why puppets are actually like good puppets are so expensive, especially a custom made puppet, it's some of it is just the fact that you're using fabric and just discarding it because you have to make a pattern. Okay, here we go. So that's going to be the front. Actually, I'm going to use this clip. Just kind of keep this tight over here, I think. That way I can get a true kind of whatever. Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to do this. That way. I can go in there. Okay. So, just because of the design of this, I am totally trying something that I haven't yet attempted. And that is trying to do a pattern for this style. And with the bulging eyes, it does make it a little difficult. Okay. Actually, I might have pulled some of that fabric down there too soon. What's going on in the chat? Is there going to be a central seam? No, the seam, I'm just going to double it up. Avri from Babylon 5? Sure. If that's what this is. Yeah, it's half. So, I've never actually seen Babylon 5. I've seen it been made fun of in pop culture a lot, but never actually seen it. So I don't know if or what I'm missing. Okay. So what I really want to do is where this eye is. That's where I don't want to have any seam I have to worry about cutting. So I'm just trying to see if I can do this in a way that I don't want to use any hot glue or anything like that to tack this in. Ooh, I don't have anything that I can just temporarily do it. But whatever. All right. Okay. So that is the curve of the mouth there. I'm posting a photo on Twitter. Sweet. Sounds good. Okay. So once we get to this point, where's that? It's there. By the way, the extra strength Claritin is actually working. So that's kind of a win. Okay. And that's what I was struggling with in the stream on Wednesday, and that's partly why my brain wasn't all there, is because I was trying to combat allergies the entire time. All right, so got the eye kind of taken care of there. So I forget about that. Apparently I need so that's gonna have to come out. That's fine. All right. Now the cool thing about where this seam is here, if you guys didn't know, is it's on an angle. So you want seams on kind of like unnatural angles. Some of you guys have heard this before. Because a surgeon, a plastic surgeon, told another puppet builder that if you have seams going this way, people are more natural or more inclined to see it. But if you have them going on angles, you'll have a better. The eye doesn't catch it as easy. So it's kind of what you want. Now. Okay. So now comes the part where I start doodling on here. Okay, so the middle is here. Going all the way down. I want to feel that mouth plate. So if you don't know what I'm doing, is just drawing a line down here. Gonna be coming along this, finding where the Seam is there. To keep going along the middle. Okay, and the bottom. All right, and here's the eye. So when I attach this thing, I'm going to be starting with the placement of the eyes and the mouth. And I'll be gluing them on from there. Because that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue so I can get right into those crevices and cracks and stuff. All right. So I think if I'm lucky enough, this should work. That's the pin. I'm cutting right on the line. So I'm only worrying about the pattern for the front, and the reason why is because of the fact that when it comes to the back, I'll just be able to lay on the fabric and then just kind of trace it because it's just a flat pattern in the back. Like there's nothing to it in the back. So I'm not worried about that. But now that some of this fabric's out of the way, I can clean up some of this here. Okay. I'm not really worried about this mouth being exactly perfect, just because there's not going to be any sewing right there. So if I need to trim it, I can. It's just these parts that matters. Okay. So I think if I'm lucky, I did this right. Eventually, luck will have nothing to do with it. And I'll have this thing called skill. But until then... All right, what's going on in the chat? Your chair is squeaking like mine. Haha, so that's your chair. What? I don't know about that. Funny, watching Joe Rogan with Mikio Kaku on the UFO phone. Oh, that's funny. All right. And if you have any questions about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it a certain way, or maybe you know of a way to do it better, I am not opposed to that. I feel like I should do that because my gut's telling me that needs to go a little bit more straight up, and that's going to go right to there. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Any pins in there still? Yep. One pin. Okay. And what do we got? Where did it go? So this is the pattern here. And that gap doesn't need to exist. Okay. And I know it's a very basic looking pattern, and I'm okay with that. Because it is actually a pretty basic shape when you really think about it. Okay. And once this is on, what am I hearing? I heard something. It's probably just gilded. Okay. Marker lid out of the way. What the heck is going on in what is in the gilded chat? All right. So here we go. Is this going to be the right size for this? Right, so this is going to get sewn along the edges like that. That's going to stick out like that. Cool. And that's actually going to stay the same. All right. This is making me feel fairly decent. Giving me some hope. This marker has a little bit of a finer tip. I'm going to straighten up some of these edges in them once I'm done the initial. And then had to go up. Actually, if I'm honest, it did that. So, need my straight edge. Most people, if they're finding a straight edge, would simply to raise this chair up. Just find their 12-inch ruler. But me, I'm not most people. Okay. So I'm just going to use a different color. Yeah. So that's got to be straight. That's got to be straight. Actually, we're going to add just a smidgen to this on the whole bottom. And the reason why is it's going to get tucked underneath. So this is so right now all I'm trying to do is, just for what I can see, is clean up some of these lines here. Now, because that's so small, I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can see Jack. You guys couldn't see anything. No one said anything. I wonder what he's drawing. Anyway, it's on. There we go. All right, so what I did was alien build. It's all good until somebody hires me. So what's going on is I have, so the purple is the seam that I'm going to be sewing basically along. Yellow is just me correcting it, making it a little bit bigger. I extended it on the bottom here just so that I can tuck underneath the neck and glue it in on the bottom. There's that little dip in the eye there. You're never going to see that in the fabric. It's never going to show up. Plus, it's going to get hidden in and amongst all of the crevices here. So the force is strong with the chat. It's true. Hey, Monkey Jeeves. And anyway, so now I'm going to cut that, and we're going to take out the fabric and hopefully not screw it up. All right. So using my kids' cups. So I got Minnie Mouse here. Hope you guys like Minnie Mouse and her cat. Punkwaddle said, we're never allowed to sell to Disney. So, and I said, that depends on how much. Just kidding. That's actually what I said, if I remember correct. But mind you, if like right now they're like, we want to give you $15 million, I'm not going to say no. I'm sorry, guys. I could use 15 million bucks. I don't think any of you would blame me if Disney gave me $15 million. What I would do to all of the people present right now, I will give you $5,000. If Disney in this exact moment gave me 15 mil, all of you in the chat would get $6,000. No questions asked. I would just be like, done. And that's each, by the way, not just $6,000 for all of you total. I would do each. I would be generous like that. But we all know that ain't happening, so I'm not worried about it. So I can make these kinds of promises. All right. Say fin on that. Garbage. It's garbage. 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 Let's clean up the workspace here a little bit. Not garbage. Remember, kids, the best place for a level is on the floor. Okay. Glue gun can go there. Here we go, kids. Green Fuzzell. All right. Garbage. Don't know what I'm going to do with this pom-pom. It came off of one of my kids' little... Well, I guess it's not really a pom-pom. It was. I mean, just got... Oh, no. The string came out. Never mind. Now it's just a circle. These are for something, though. Not going to throw that bag out. That bag could theoretically come in handy at some point. Okay. So here we go. Time to find out how bad we screwed up. All right, because I don't want to screw this up, I am going to try to line up that with that, and I'm just going to stab it. Because in that way, if I make any gigantic screw-ups, this will be useless. Okay, where did I put that yellow one? So the reason why I'm using yellow is because this stuff can become extremely see-through, and I don't have green. So we're going to be cutting on the inside of the seam when... oh, I didn't draw there. What am I doing? I'm such an idiot. All right. Yeah, but same offer stands as always. If you are building something right now and you want in on this, you just want to do a build stream together, I am good with that. Andy Masterson was here for one time, and that was a good old day. Okay. This reminds me, I need to send someone a link to my PayPal so they can send me money so I can start a build for them. Because they want a Alf-like puppet. So another alien, technically. Oh, crap. And if I was to make Kermit the Frog, this is the green that it would be. But I have only made one Kermit, and that was for my mother-in-law. Okay. In theory, I didn't miss anything here, so we'll find out in a second. That looks pretty uniform to me. Why did I do that? I just put a pin in a bucket to stab me later when I forget about it. Oh, come on. This one's just stuck in between my two pads there. All right. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Cut on the inside. And then do this. Cut on the inside. Work smart, not hard, kids. That's the goal. Why work with all that extra fabric if you don't have to? All right. Making it look not all that easy. Is that Loki? Something scare Mexican Iron Man trigger puppet? Maybe it's Tom. Punk Waddles led me here. Nice. Welcome, Nerdporial. All right, here we go. This is the best thing you guys can do for a Friday night, apparently. So, welcome. I will look up in the chat in about 20 seconds. So if you are building something and I didn't see that you said you wanted an invite, just repost it and then I'll add. Unless Punkwaddle just wants to jump in the stream, and then he doesn't have to actually be in the stream. Anyway, he can just mod for me. I mean, he is technically mod. Technically, he's like a producer. Okay. So remember, when you're drawing with the marker onto the fabric, the reason why you want to go to the inside the reason why you want to go to the inside is because your pattern obviously is on the inside size. So when you're hand stitching, like we're going to be doing, which again, it's not going to be a lot because it's already sewn along the middle, or it's just still connected along the middle. I'm going to cut a corner here. I'm going to do this. What was I saying? Yeah, it's just what's fabric size. And if you try to do it to the outside of the line or to the middle of it, the pattern can just end up being too big. All right, let's try this. Let's see how it looks. If I put this on and Had to try it. Had to try it. All right, kids. Here we go for the fun part with the Kermit the Frog pattern, or not pattern, fabric color that they use. What did I do? What did I do? I think, yeah, it just connects there at the corner. Okay. And what kind of stitch, may you ask, we are doing? For this, it is going to be the whip stitch, because it is both strong and, in theory, if I do it right, which if I sew too or put the needle too close, then I can't. You'll not really see it, but that's if I do it right. Oh, I didn't even look. Nobody's building? All right. It's better than I could do. It depends. How much time are you going to take? This is puppet number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy crap, I've done 12 puppets in the last, 6 months? No, sorry, 13. If we include the original purple floral, because I didn't have green fabric available. All right. I don't like how that's pinned. Because again, this alien isn't actually for me, so I don't want to screw it up. If I screw up by mistake, that's one thing. If I screw up because I'm just stupid and try to rush something, that's a whole other level of stupid. So let's not be stupid unless it's legitimate. All right. Which I think I just realized one of my mistakes, and I'll have to fix on the other side, just from lining this up on this side. And it all comes down to how I traced it. Purple Floral is the 13th puppet. No, he was actually puppet 2 or puppet 1. I might have built him before I built Kermit for Christmas for my mother-in-law. Can't exactly remember. Oh no, I did the side right. All right. I just wait. Yes. Okay. What I'm gonna do. I did one of those things where you're like either just screwed it up, which I really didn't. It's just because they'll be able to pull the fabric, but I could screw it up. Okay, now on to the tedious part. Which I need to move the camera for, but alas, here we go. So I'm gonna grab one of these needles right here, chop off the old thread. That doesn't need to be on there. If I can. There we go. Only one more hour and it's Floral's bedtime. It's 100% true. 100% true. However, tomorrow is my day off, and my wife might let me sleep in. So I might stay up an extra 20 minutes. Because for me, this is part of this is winding down from the day. Because it allows me to just do something totally different than the rest of the day. And then the other part is I still need to wind down after doing this because my brain's then thinking about this. So that's why I'll listen in on everyone's chats when they're or listen on their chats, listen in on their streams when I'm going to bed, because it's me just listening and winding down. And I used to try and listen to the political stuff because I do love politics, as probably most of you would be aware by this point. However, when I'm going to bed, then it'll just stress me out because people are stupid. So you ain't showing up to Cotton Council. Don't get your hopes up, buddy. If someone wants to jump on the stream too and chat, I'm open to that too. It doesn't have to just be a build stream. He's so serious, it's killing me. Puff says, make more weed. It helps. Never done any drugs, no dub. Never once. Never once been drunk. So. Oh, come on, don't be tangling now. You just started. Frickin' thread. I hate thread. So sewing machines are a blessing and a curse, because if I did this on a sewing machine, you would see the seam, and seams are stupid. I hate seams. Like on fingers, it's one thing, but on the face, especially if it's going to be on camera, you don't want seams. Seams are unseemly. Maybe I need a mouse puppet. You don't drink? Really? You just puff? Every now and then, I just hold up my project and let the needle dangle. Oh, yeah, I know I do that too. But right when you start, you don't want it right when you start. But how are you doing, Squeaka? You've been told you can't drink. Ah, is that some fun reasons why? Like babies or other reasons? Babies are the best reason not to drink. Love my babies. My little guy. Wife was telling me how he was. She's been so tired because he did not sleep last night. And if we lay on the floor with our girls, 6 and 4, they'll just like they'll jump on you, but they'll just like kind of snuggle. Whereas him, he's 1, and he just wants to fight, and it's great. I love it. I lay on the floor, and he gets like the biggest grin in the world. It's a unique smile when he's like in wrestle mode, and oh yeah, there's nothing like it. Wrestling with your son and your dad, it's such a unique thing, and it's actually fulfilling, and that's what's crazy about it. And it's not stuff that like anyone tells you. Like obviously I'm telling you now, but most people wouldn't tell you because it's not something I necessarily think about, but it just like makes me so happy because I didn't grow up with that. I grew up in a single parent household, and my biological father lived in Ontario, where I currently am, and we were out in BC for those formative years. And so I didn't really have a dad. I had my grandfather, my grandpa. He was great. But he kept a respectable distance. He knew that he couldn't be my dad, so he never allowed himself to be that person in my life. He was a very faithful grandpa, but he let me hang out in the workshop and all that kind of stuff with him. But no babies. Have one already, and it's enough. I teach enough babies too. All right, so you're a teacher. Awesome. I had to step away from the monitor. I guess I can angle that down a little bit more. But yeah, if someone just wants in and they just want to chat, I'm fine with that too. Maybe you'll provide more entertainment than just myself. If you guys have any questions too, babies are annoying unless it's your own. Totally true. Totally true. I can't stand other people's kids. Well, I mean, I can to a degree, but as a school bus driver, like, I think it's the idea that you can't really discipline anyone else's kids unless it's like good friends or family. Because if you can discipline and enforce something, that changes it. But if it's just a matter of like you kind of just exist around them, that's when it is a nightmare. As a squeak by squeak commentary, I love my special ed babies. There's one girl on my bus. She's in JK, and she's I don't know what condition she has. It's not like it's clearly not Down syndrome. It almost seems like a little bit of muscular dystrophy. Just the way that she walks and stuff. It could be cerebral palsy. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know all these things. And I've never asked the parents, although I'm sure they would give an answer if I asked. But anyway, she's like slowly opening up over the last year, and she's like one of the cutest little girls ever. And everyone was obviously like kids being kids, they're always scared of people that are different when they're little. And this little girl, though, I called her the queen of the bus, and always kind of gave her deference and just showed the kids how to love her and respect her and stuff. And now the grade 6 boys, they have become her personal bodyguards, and it is amazing. Like they're always like walking with her to the bus, holding her hand, helping her get on the bus, carrying her bag, and just like being gentlemen. And like it is so cool to see that kind of influence on their lives. That's the thing. Like we have how do you want to influence people? What do you want to influence them to? Like we all enjoy obviously the fun and games, and that's all good and stuff, but what legacy are you going to leave? And a changed life for an encouraged person. I was listening to a guy say that he never wants, he became resolved to never let a compliment go unspoken. So if he thinks it, he just says it. That's like the one thing you can get away with too. Like if it's just being encouraging. Now, some people will obviously take it weird if you're always being encouraging. But that's a them problem. It's not a you problem. So just don't care. Give them the encouragement. Sometimes you need to be careful how you give the encouragement because you don't want to come off as like flirtatious or whatever. Unless that's the goal. But Squeaka, if you want to come on and talk about some of that stuff, I'd be more than happy to have you on right now. You just send me a DM on Twitter. My DMs are open. We can talk. This is the kind of forum and the opportunity to do that. What? Why did that break? Everything was going so smooth. Oh, fabric. We have a hostage person or hostage rate for tomorrow's show. That's fun. If you are here listening to me doing this, and this is your entertainment right now, you're a special kind of person, Steven. So, I mean, this is all on you. It's just one of those things where it's some people, they get curious and they just want to see. And you just get a different side of what we're doing. Because I was even thinking that maybe it'd be worth doing a like, because me and Punk Waddle will do kind of some occasionally do brainstorming sessions. So why not do it on stream and let you guys kind of see the background, how we do it? Again, not that anyone else has to do it our way, but see how we do it. And then if you guys have commentary on something, like, you guys can speak into it. And that's the thing too, like, there's a lot of writers out there and not a lot of opportunities to kind of get the writing going. And the thing is, like, you may not have the best thing written. However, what you write might inspire something. And so, even if you're not a confident writer, but you want to experiment with writing, and maybe it's a small skit, and it's just like something that would last 30 to 40 seconds. It would just be funny. Maybe it's you want to experiment doing like a life advice for Wilton or something like that. I'll give you credit. I'll give you the shout out. And we can do it on the show. So if you have something, like, I'm not opposed to trying other people's things. It's just, again, on our show, it's PG-13, so it just has to go through that metric. So what's going to happen is when I get to the end of this, obviously I got to do the other side. But what I'm going to do for the bottom part of the jaw there is I'm actually just going to do the Henson stitch, because that part's not going to be as needing to be sturdy, because when I cut out the actual jaw lip here, it's going to be reinforced along that seam anyway, so it's not going to hurt anything. The reason why I'm sewing this is just from the wear and tear and just from the bulge, because when I'm gluing this on, it's going to need just a little bit of rigidity when it's holding together. Otherwise, I probably would have just Henson stitched it, because you get just a cleaner look, I feel, if you do that. But I mean, that's a to each his own. Oh, you DM'd. Okay. I will go to Twitter here. Message request. There it is. That's why I didn't see it, because it didn't notify me there's a message request. Invite. Copy. And hi, you've been DM'd. Accept. And right click. And paste. Bada boom. I will hear a ka-dunk when you get in here. All right. Now Punkwaddle's going to be jealous, because he's been wanting to get you on the show, Squeaka. There she is. At the stream. There we go. How's it going?
It's going.
Right.
How are you doing?
Well, you can see.
Here I
am. Yep. So, anyway, so you were saying you could talk about these kids all day. So, what kids do you work with?
Oh, I work with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds that are nonverbal.
Okay.
So
that
I
requires
teach them
a very special skill set.
I teach them how to communicate.
Okay. How long have you been doing that for?
10 years. Hi, Sherry.
All right. And
yeah, I love it. A lot of these are the kids that a lot of people they're high behavior, so a lot of like hitting and kicking and biting.
because that's
And I
not
know
way
that
to communicate.
Right. Well, that's what they know. They know the more noise I make, the more likely they are to get their needs met. And I give them alternative ways to communicate. Sometimes it's with pictures. Sometimes it's sign. Sometimes it's with a device. It just depends on the level of the kid. I mean, I hate saying low versus high, but in the spectrum of things, they're considered relatively low. Like, I mean, cognitively, I've got I'll get 3-year-olds that are about 6 months to a year old.
Mhm. And sometimes that's not even because of the kid's fault. That's just because the parents didn't know what to do, and
Oh, no,
so
no, most of them are on the autism spectrum.
oh,
Some of
okay,
them have chromosomal disorders. Some of them are what's called ID or intellectually disabled, or most ED kids or emotional don't they still have language. So
gotcha. Right on.
I don't know if I'm a party, Stephen, but I'll try.
No, it's funny. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Bow,
Yeah,
bow.
no, fair enough. So, do you have any like cool success stories from doing that?
Oh, all the time, all the time. And I love to like one of my favorite parts of my job is the parents because imagine like here's the best analogy for it. Imagine you book a trip to England
Mhm,
and you're so excited, you have all of your spots picked out and you get on your plane and it stops in Holland.
mhm.
Holland's still pretty, but it's not what you planned for. It's not you don't know anything about it, you don't know the language.
Yeah.
Um, and that's so heartbreaking to a lot of people. So
Oh,
I'm
for
like
sure.
the tour guide. So I show them all of the wonderful things about their kids and help them learn the language that their kids need to tell them and talk to them. And when my students, use their pictures or a sign to ask for something and they go up to their parents that they've never talked to, just held a hand or dragged them or did, some other form of intent, and
Mhm,
they actually communicate with their parents, like the look on the faces of these parents, like you've given them their baby back.
mhm.
And as a parent myself, like that is the most glorious thing ever, is to see them like they're always going to be in a grief process. There's always going to be that. But to see them have hope that, oh, there really is this person in there that I always believed. Thanks for believing in them too. Like
Mhm.
that's one of my favorite parts.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I have tons of success stories because I mean, it's that's what I do is I mean, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You just take them and it's not just the parents, the kids themselves when they can talk to people and ask you for that chip or that toy or that whatever and
Mhm.
not have to fight for it. I mean, that's a lot of mental stress to have a temper tantrum.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, like I've worked with kids with FAS, and the one kid had FAS and muscular dystrophy. So he obviously like there's the levels of comfort for him just being able to communicate, and he would freak out a lot, um, especially at first. And especially if you kind of got into his comfort zones, you know what I mean?
Oh
His
yeah.
bubble, and like there's it was one of our first experiences with him. One of my leaders went over, and his name is Marshall, and so the kid, and so the leader goes over and he's like, hey Marshall, just can you sit? And he's just like in the corner doing his thing, just kind of doing like a kind of thing.
Hmm.
And and he walked over and just tried to get his attention. And I watched the whole thing go down, just very gently touched him on the shoulder and don't touch me. Major freak out. And in that moment, we learned, oh, he has a bubble. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They have bubble. Well, there's a lot of sensory issues and a lot of. I don't have a bubble because of what I've done. Like people can be all up on me. My kids get on me all the time, and I'm like, it is what it is. I've had hands under my shirts. I had one kid that liked to stick his head up under my shirt
yeah.
just because he liked to rub his cheek on my belly. Not like
No,
my
no, it's
like
because your
I'm
belly's
fat or
soft.
anything. It's just soft
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I've had kids that like to stick their hands in my cleavage, and I'm like, guys, it's not that kind of party. Like,
Yeah.
the teachers I work with, they laugh because I say that all the time. Hey, pull your pants up. It's not that kind of party. Like,
Yeah.
that's my line. And but yeah, I'm and I joke that I'm actually in the business of torture because we put demands on them. We teach them not just to communicate, but we do. Like,
Mhm.
if they really want that car, they can throw themselves to the floor and fight and scream and kick, and I'll keep them safe. I'll keep them from hitting their head or hurting people, but you're going to give me that picture, or you're going to say car, you're going to do this the
Yeah.
right way.
And do you do this inside of the school, or are you in a daycare?
No, I do it inside of school.
Okay.
I work for a district.
All right. And
But
where
we also
about?
use high reinforcers. Like the minute they do something, whatever they use, like it could be candy, it could be a hug, it could be a
Yeah.
laugh, it could be a squeeze, whatever.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's the key, right? It's reinforcing all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and you're in the States, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I'm as far away from you as I can get. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in Texas,
Texas.
unfortunately.
Okay. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's like 100,000 degrees down here.
Right now, yes. Oh, look at that! I should have done the Henson stitch just the entire time. Oh, look at that, guys. See, this is why Jim Henson, he was such a pro. Like, I mean, it shows up more on screen camera than it does in person, but that's a seam,
That's so beautiful.
right? But anyway, sorry. No, that's
And I mean that sincerely. I hand sew. So I mean that sincerely. Like that is
no,
beautiful.
I appreciate that.
I'm afraid of sewing machines.
Really?
Mhm.
What about them?
Well,
Just
I
like if it
shouldn't
breaks,
be.
or
But when I was little, I stepped on the little pad thing, and I didn't expect it to go down. I just was playing with it, so I
oh,
tripped and I stuck my hand under the needle, and it went right in
ooh,
that little, right between your fingers.
the fleshy
And my
piece, yeah.
hand, yes, I was small enough that it fit. So I stabbed myself.
Wow.
I was like, oh snap! And I know my hands are too big as an adult to do that, but
Yeah.
and I poke myself more probably hand sewing than I ever would with the sewing machine, as my friend that sews tells me.
Absolutely. No, that's fair. So what kind of stuff do you sew?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. I fix stuff. I've like hand sewn quilts. I've
You're one of those.
clothes stuff.
All right. So let's see.
I'm not cool at making puppets. I've made sock puppets in my time, and I fix lots of stuffed animals.
Can you guys see that thread there? Is it showing up okay? Can you see where I've sewn right here? And then you just kind of tug it. Oh, and then
you
broke.
break it.
Oh.
You don't need to get so feisty.
I didn't even pull that tight. Sucks to be me right now.
Oh, you broke it in it.
I totally did. Ugh.
You're like, man. Look how pretty this is. Rawr!
And then, yeah, shatter all my hopes and dreams. So I tried to, I mean, if I was using upholstery thread, that would probably have gone a lot better. But I'm just using the normal, what is it? What is this stuff? This is Ammon Group Metter, something like that. Anyway, I don't know. It's green.
So does this guy have a name?
That's up to the person that's getting it.
Ah.
So I don't know if they want me to share that they're the ones getting it, but they asked for an alien, and I had foam, and I was like, if you don't take this, then I'll do something with it. So if they end up not wanting it, it's gonna get to be for sale. But yeah, it's not mine. So I haven't named him. What would you name him?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I'd have to see the rest of his face. Like you'd have to see the character first. It's hard to name them before they're made.
Well,
but that's what's so.
Yeah, so just picture green.
Picture it green. Hmm.
So he's got the tongue sticking out and all that. So
It looks like an Uffy.
Uffy.
Yeah.
All right. Why Uffy?
I don't know. I was just thinking like the word UFO popped in my head, and then I was like, oh, let's make it Uffy.
I like it. I like
It just
it.
sounds alieny. I guess we could just get gobbledygook some consonants together and be like, you know, Z Q R P Project 13.
Well, that's his last name, Project 13.
You call him Uffy for short because nobody can pronounce that.
What would Uffy be an acronym for?
Oh, it's just a name. It's just a
I
wouldn't
know,
be an
but
acronym
it
for
could.
anything.
But why couldn't it be an acronym?
Let's see. Let me think. Hold on, I gotta type it out. Okay, it could stand for Unidentified Friend for Interstellar Exploits.
I like it. I like it.
I should be good at acronyms. I have like a gazillion acronyms for my job. Stupid federal government.
Right. The Conservative Party of Canada, when they merged, they initially were the crap party. They did not think about it because it was the Conservative Reformed Alliance Party or something like that.
Nice.
And they had like the press release and all that kind of stuff, and so everyone's just like, crap, nice. And it's like, how do you not know this? Like, you work for the government, you know this is how this works.
Oh yeah.
So you're a mom, you
Mm-hmm.
said, and so how old are your kids?
Just one, 14.
Oh, just 114. Okay. All right. So how old would you be then, if you're willing to share?
1,738 years old.
Nice. So you're a spring chicken.
A lot of times when I tell people how old I really am, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I wouldn't have guessed that." And I was like, well,
How old are you for real? I mean, your
I
kid's
am
14, so I'm
I am
assuming
the
between.
second best thing to happen in 77.
Okay.
I mean, we all know Star Wars was pretty legit.
Yeah. That Star Wars is pretty legit, yes.
Oh yeah, I've only watched the original 3, not the remastered ones, none of the new stuff. I've watched maybe 4 episodes of The Mandalorian, and that's as far as I've gotten into any of the new stuff.
So you're almost a purist.
Almost.
So how does it make you feel as everyone's talking about all those things all the time?
I think it's fine. I mean, if that's what they love, and I love listening to people talk about things they enjoy, whether I enjoy them or not. I mean, I love when people are passionate about stuff, and you get to see the things that they enjoy, and even the things that of the parts of things that they enjoy, but that are getting messed up. Like I love listening to people talk about things they like and stuff. I don't worry about spoilers. It doesn't bother me.
Well, you don't watch them, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've been subjected to certain clips of Jar Jar. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what that thing is, and I'm like, this is why I can never watch it. Like, I can't take this seriously. What is?
I love Jar Jar. Honestly, like Jar Jar is like one of my favorite characters.
I It's the language they gave him. I'm like, he's great, and I love the
See,
comedy
but that's
aspect.
what I love about it.
I'm like, why is he gonna have a problem? Hey, Pumpkin.
Who's Punkwaddle? I'm back in chat. Well, Punkwaddle, you could just jump in too, and then you can actually talk. Me too, Squicka. The Top Gun talk makes me smile. Does that mean you haven't seen it yet, Steven? You don't plan to see Maverick? When you said pumpkin, were you talking to Punkwaddle, or are you talking to someone in real life right now?
Oh no, Pumpkin is Punkwaddle. Sorry, I've called him that since the first day I met him. Like, I make names for people that's not their real names.
Gotcha.
I'm like everybody calls Sherry Lovely Sherry. I'm like, Sherry Lovely. Like, I don't know. It's just what I do.
When she showed up in the chat one time as Stabby Sherry, and so then Wilton became in love with Stabby Sherry as opposed to the Lovely Sherry, who's really boring as an individual. And so, but Floral, he's a fan of the Lovely Sherry. But
Oh, she's amazing. Love her to pieces. I haven't come up with a name for Steven though. I need to come up with a good name for Steven instead of calling him Steven.
Steven Ransom, you
Yeah.
can call him the Hostage.
The Hostage. Is that his profession? He's a professional hostage.
He'd probably say yes to a degree. With the story.
I've already been to jail once. I don't need to kidnap anybody and make it a second time.
You've been to jail?
Mhm.
What'd you do?
I get that a lot too.
I just find it funny, like, who's been to jail and like the reasons why. Because sometimes it's like the dumbest thing, and sometimes it's like the most like, wow, okay.
It was the dumbest thing. It was absolutely, and nobody in the jail either believed I should be there. It was the weirdest and most scariest experience of my life.
Okay. The prison or what took place? Or the jail or what took place?
All of it. All of it.
How old were you when this went down?
Oh gosh, I was 23.
Okay.
And the worst part was I was working for, I work for a school district. So I'm like, I can't get arrested. This is going to look so bad. Because the charge was domestic violence. What?
Okay.
We had a roommate, and she was one of those don't do anything kind of roommates, big mooch kind of person. So we kicked her out.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to come back in, and all I did was block the doorway. I mean, I'm efficient at blocking things because that's what I do all day long. And I got the crap beat out of me. Like, she bit me so hard I was bleeding. I had scratch marks everywhere. I looked like I'd been in war. She had no marks on her. So these cops roll up, and they arrest her. And then the partner goes, well, I'm arresting this one too. And the other guy's like, but she didn't do anything. And the other guy was like, well, this is domestic violence. We're going to take them both in. And the other cop was like, no, she didn't do anything. This chick has no marks on her. That chick is bleeding.
Yeah.
But they arrested me anyways.
That's exciting.
I was terrified and went in, and it was the Sunday before Labor Day here, which is a holiday on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got booked and taken to a county jail, and the magistrate wasn't in on Monday because it was a holiday. And then Tuesday he shows up and is like, oh, well, you got arrested for domestic violence, so you've got a 24-hour hold. I was like, oh, okay. So I spent 2 days in a holding cell, which is all that they allow you to do. And so the third day I had to go actually get my own little jail cell. So I got the whole scratchy blanket and paper bag and cold shower. And the whole time I'm in there, like in the holding cell, people would come in and they would look at me like, what are you in here for? Do you steal somebody's candy? And I'm like, no, they think I beat somebody up. And then they'd laugh in my face. I was like, no, I can be a criminal. I mean it.
Trying to establish your prison cred. I could kill you right now.
And they would get, and the cutest part was they would get so defensive. Like, you talk to these people and, they're like, well, what do you do? And you're like, I'm a teacher. And the one lady was really high and it was really cold. So she's like spamming the loudspeaker, like, you got a teacher in here. You got to let her out or at least get her a damn blanket. And I'm like, just shh, be quiet. Just settle. It's okay. Settle down. And like, I would sing songs to them. Like, it was funny. It was really funny. Like, I made best friends in prison. And, and then so I get my scratchy blanket and I go to my little cell with my little, they didn't have beds. They had these little oubliettes in the wall. It was so freaky scary. I'm terrified. I lay there all
This is
night.
in Texas?
This is in Texas. Scary shit. And I don't sleep. I get up the next morning and I'm trying to look as inconspicuous as possible. And like, I'm tiny, ignore me, I'm tiny. So I'm sitting at this little table in the corner watching what they have on the TV. And then this really tall lady plops down at my table and is like, you watching this? And I was like, yes, ma'am. But you can change it. I don't need to watch this. I've already seen this. And she's like, you know this? And I was like, yes, it's Sailor Moon. And I love Sailor Moon. And then I proceeded to make best friends with, I guess, the head lady in charge of the cells. Because everybody listened to her. Like, because she would ask me Sailor Moon questions and I would answer everything.
That's pretty awesome.
I was somebody's Sailor Moon bitch in prison. I was like, I will tell you anything you want to know about Sailor Moon. You go for it. And she even like went up to the warden and was like, because you clean the area, like they make you mop and you clean the tables and stuff. And she was like, she ain't doing nothing. She ain't one of our kind and she don't belong in here. And I was like, no, it's fine. I belong here. I'll clean. I'll do whatever.
I belong here.
And she was like, don't you touch that. And I was like, yes, ma'am, I'm not touching. Not touching.
So funny.
So yeah. And the best part is like I called my father the day that I was in the cells and I was like, collect call from Williamson County. He answers the phone and I'm like, Dad, I'm in jail. And he laughs and goes, haha, it's not even April, and hangs up on me. I was like, I meant it. I really did. And then he felt really bad because he's like, you really were I was like, I never expected that of you. And I was like, me neither.
That's amazing.
But I did it. Here I am now.
That's a
great story. Oh.
Jinx.
Yeah, you owe me a Coke. Or
no, you owe me.
Hey, Pumpkin.
How you doing, Squeaka?
I'm doing. I caved. Like I'm here.
Awesome. I know. I had to go take care of something for a second. Walked away from the stream and then come back, and all this fun's happening without me. I gotta get on the action.
Yeah, get on in here. I don't know if it's fun or not. I'm just telling strange prison stories.
What?
Entertaining Floral.
Wait.
And Steven, he's having like a great time. He's just like smiling all over the chat.
Was it? Did you say prison or jail?
No, I went to county.
Okay. I know some other people that are very, very, particular about those differentiations.
Like Sonoda.
I don't know if he's still in the chat.
If he would have commented by this point, because he would have been like, "Why do you refer to it as prison for her or jail for her, and not prison for me?"
I went to prison.
Yeah.
There, how's that?
Nice. We'll have to clip that for later.
Prison Mike. That's just kind of what goes through my mind. Like when you were talking, it sounds like.
Well, and then the best part was, so I get to the jail, like I get to the courts and stuff, and not only does the judge laugh at me and ask me why I was arrested, like I had a choice in it. And he was like, "What is this bullshit?" And I'm like, "Did that judge just cuss?" And then he's like, "This is dismissed. Why were you arrested?" And I was like, "I don't," because he said so. And he's like, and so then the little lady takes the file and she goes, well, it's you can't technically dismiss this without I had to take an anger management course because of the charge. And the judge was like, well, that's bullshit too, but that's fine. Go take anger management. And I was like, okay. So then I show up to this anger management course and I sit there for a session and I actually like make people happy and like it's a good time. And the instructor is like, I need you to stay after class. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And he's like, why are you here? I was like, I get angry sometimes. He's like, sometimes, like once a year. I was like, no, I get angry. I can get angry right now. I mean,
So in all of these things, you're just trying to like make yourself seem more threatening than you actually are.
I
So
can
like
be threatening. Ask my students when I make them. I'm like, you're gonna do
For
this.
3.
They hate me some days.
Of course
wait,
you're
is that-
I
threatening.
won't give them that M&M.
What age group do you teach?
3, 4, and 5-year-olds with special needs. They're nonverbals. So
Okay.
mentally, like I guess
And
if
so
you were to
she's
put it in
threatening no
perspective,
matter
it's like,
what
what are
she
you?
does.
Yes.
Okay.
She like walks into the room and she's a threat.
So your hardcore, your thug life.
My thug life.
Yeah. Squeak of life. Is it like Squeak of Life for life?
And then Snowdub is here. So you can say that I've been to prison. Is that what I'm supposed to say? I've been to prison.
Yeah.
We need another squeaker recipe. What's these
Ooh.
recipes?
Oh no. It was something I did. I was young and needed the money. No.
Now this story's making sense.
Yeah. You know.
But no, so the guy from the anger management course, he signed off on the certificate. He just, I don't want to see you in my class. You can come visit and hang out, but I don't. Here's your certificate. Just don't turn it in for 6 months and pretend you've been here. I was like, oh, yes, sir.
Nice.
It's like, okay.
It's so funny.
But yeah, Snowed Up. He totally was in prison, by the way.
Yeah. Snowdub
Even-
approves of that message too.
He even got a tramp stamp.
I keep saying I'm gonna get like a mouse paw tattoo under my eyeball as my prison stamp, or like a moon for my Sailor Moon, like Sailor.
yeah.
I was my Sailor Moon bitch in prison, and be like, that's it right there.
What about a mouse cosplaying as Sailor Moon?
I have cosplays as Gadget Hackett Wrench from Rescue Rangers,
Oh, that's cool.
and I've dressed up as a mouse on several occasions, but I've not crossed the two over. But there is a Sailor Iron Mouse
Oh.
in Sailor Moon.
Would that be like Iron Man, Sailor Iron Man mouse?
No, there's arc that has like all of these metal animals. Like there's Tin Cat and Iron Mouse.
2 totally different places.
Thank you for that, Snowdub. Thanks for clarifying.
I don't know, what would you call county? I mean, I was in a scary prison. I was not just in a holding tank. I was in.
No, you were definitely you definitely have like more prison cred than Snowdub.
I was in terror. That's what I was in.
Snowdub got like grounded. Like that's the equivalent of what
Oh,
he had. The man child got in trouble.
oh, pobrecito.
I don't even remember what he did. I remember he did like a whole live stream talking about his whole drop
Yeah.
in
in the soap experience, but I forget what he did.
Yeah, Snowdub. Did you beat somebody up? Because that's what I did. I sort of, not
Certainly.
really.
That's what you were accused of.
That counts, right?
For something, sure.
If the cop said I did it, don't I get to claim it?
I mean, if it's in the report.
No,
Is what-
it's in
Well,
the
here's the
report,
thing,
It
does
still
it-
says there's nothing, like I didn't do anything. That's the best part.
But do you have a criminal record though?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Expunged.
Mm-hmm.
Can you buy a firearm?
Yes.
Oh,
Why do you say that exasperated?
I I'm not a. I know this sounds bad being a Texan native and all, but I'm not a firearm person. I don't hate them. Like, I understand people have them. I've used them. I know how to use them. I've gone to gun ranges. I can fire with pretty good accuracy. I just maybe I'm just that much of a softie. Having something that lethal in my hand scares me.
That's, I think, that's a
But you're the-
healthy response. I think
I was
actually.
gonna say, that makes me feel like you're the kind of person that I think should have a gun, or at least
Mhm.
like I have confidence in you having a gun because I'm not scared of what you're going to do with it.
Like I can see it now. The hero's journey, gun mouse. Reluctant, yet.
The squeaking neta.
I mean, I have an amazing fight more response, so I don't really need a gun. I mean, I've lifted a car, so I mean, it's okay.
Whoa, there's more story time.
I have all kinds of weird stories. I've done crazy shit in my life. This is supposed to be about Floral though. Not
Well, Snowdub says he'll be in Dallas next week, so he'll be a Texan too, honorary for at least a weekend.
that doesn't count, Yankee.
Oh yeah,
He's a Yankee. Is that what you just called him?
he's isn't he West Coast more than a?
If you're not
Yankee.
born here, you're a Yankee.
Oh well, I wasn't born here.
Yankee.
Yeah, that's true. I was actually born in Illinois, but we moved down here when I was 2.5 because I said screw the cold weather, and I said we're packing up and moving south. At 2.5, I drove the van. Yeah,
I believe it. I mean, but do penguins actually get too cold? I mean,
I thought you were saying do pumpkins.
I was gonna say pumpkins, but then I figured I should just not single them out like that.
well, we know who you're talking about. I don't remember the cold that much, so I don't know.
I remember the cold. It sucks.
Yeah, that's kind of like every day for you, right?
No, it's been like, well, the last 2 days has been colder, but 30 Celsius. I don't know what that translates into.
Yeah.
It's 41 Celsius here.
What?
There you go. I would hate my life.
I don't speak metric.
Oh.
You just
Actually,
change it-
I do. When
you
you
do it on
talk
your
about
thermostat.
well, yeah, my thermostat. The normal, in liquids and liquor bottles, which we talk on other streams, and the bourbon comes in the 750s or 1.75s, and so I guess I do speak a little bit. Let's just say Drunk Waddle speaks a little bit of metrics when he needs to.
Thing is with Canada, like the way we use metric is like in imperial. It's so screwed up. Like because we measure ourselves in inches, but we drive and measure distances in kilometers. And then like when it comes to cooking, it's everything's in Fahrenheit. Like no one ever uses Celsius. But when it comes to like measurements and stuff, it's all metric. Like so, like if you're baking, you're cooking in Fahrenheit, but measuring with metric. It's so stupid how we do it. We are like the epitome of the actual melting pot.
You're the North American melting pot.
I'll be right back in just a second. I gotta answer the phone.
Sounds good.
And then it got
What's
snowed
Snowdub
up.
saying? My family's from Louisiana and Mississippi, but I was raised in Washington State. Now I live in the Old West, Wyatt Earp territory.
So he lives in Yuma, right? Wait, that was a good
No,
movie though.
I know he's not in Yuma. I technically have his address somewhere,
Well,
so I could totally dox him.
yeah.
But
Just
it
It would actually require me to. Oh, freaking thread! Ugh.
did you get the higher quality stuff, or are you still using the one that likes to break like floss on you?
No, this is just like this is actually decent stuff.
Okay.
It's just like I ripped it all apart here.
because I'm liking how the Henson stitch is coming out better than the whip stitch on this stuff, and so I thought
Snow.
I'm just gonna go back and redo it.
Snow
Not
agrees
Yuma.
with you. Yeah, it's not you.
no. Get those little bits out of there.
All right. I drove near Yuma once. Yeah.
I did like 310 to Yuma. I did enjoy that movie. I own it. That's
Me
how much I
too.
enjoyed it. It's got such a like weird, diverse cast, like people in it that you would never associate with a Western.
It's true. Like Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Now here's a real question you got to answer because he's got a point.
No Xenomorph?
You're building an alien. Come on.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm like trying to think what a Xenomorph is, and then the moment you said alien, I'm like, oh yeah, aliens. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm building an alien. And that's how quick I am.
Breaking the fourth or fifth wall there. I don't know.
All right.
Oh, tombstone, eh? What do you want on your tombstone?
I went to Tombstone, Arizona. I could only find the Okie Dokie Corral.
Cool. We got some more people in chat.
Yeah, we got Godzilla there.
Hope you're doing well.
And I'm gonna butcher this name, Adayafin Sanan. I apologize. Cool puppet. This is why I didn't want to be a telemarketer, because I figured I would butcher everybody's name. Plus being the telemarketer.
I love it when telemarketers call because I always know when they're not from North America because they can never say my last name.
I heard that. We always knew who when they were calling because they couldn't pronounce my parents' names right. Even though they're not hard names, it's just they just assumed it was different pronunciation. So it was always entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you say your parents' names? I don't think you'd be doxing them.
Well, my mom's name is Nike, like the Greek
shoe.
god or the shoe, but for some reason people couldn't understand that.
So everyone would call her Nike?
Yeah, or Mike. Okay, well, I am forgiven for butchering the name. Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
okay.
Oh, that's good.
Appreciate your kindness.
So this side was done, everybody. I just chose to redo it because I was like, you know what? Screw it. It's going to get glued anyway. And so I am going to have the look that looks better, which is the Henson stitch. So if you're trying to figure out why is he doing that side again, if you even care, that's why.
Of course we care. Oh,
thanks.
Snowdub's got to go.
What?
Yeah.
He's got to go to Loki's 1800 sub celebration stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's going live in a few minutes.
That's fun.
Oh,
If that's
and
more
goes-
important to people, that's fine with me. I don't care. You guys can go celebrate with him. Or if you just want to watch with me in the background and you listen to that, that's fine. I don't give a rip.
Get my watch hours up. That's
Yeah.
Because then Punk Waddle, once we go monetized, he gets to share in the profits. So.
Yeah. Buy my merch. Good stuff.
So, okay, so Squeak,
I want a stuffed Punk Waddle.
you can get a Punk Waddle pint glass, and you can get a Punk Waddle. What do you have?
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Or you can get like the team. So Floral Wilton, Punk Waddle on a backpack, hoodie, and I think we did it on something else. Can't remember.
Oh, wouldn't that be a conversation starter?
Mhm.
Stop staring at my Punk Waddle. My eyes are up here.
Yeah. I mean, it's not weird at all. Go for it.
So the deal I made for them is I said any merch that you sell, I'll give you the profits, like anything with your character on it. And he's like, sweet. And then all of a sudden, like, all of his stuff is going, like, it actually selling. And I'm like, what is going on? So now I have like what am I? I'm waiting for funds to come from Teespring to give to Punk Waddle. None for me, but all for him.
Oh,
Right. You
Makes me
know,
sad.
Wilton's cool. Floral's cool. Guys, show them some love. Yeah.
Pity buy. Come on.
Well, maybe. I mean, we don't. I don't know if we'll get a stuffed penguin plushie just yet, but I mean, I'm sure you could get like little throw pillows or something.
We could
So
totally
you can-
make the throw pillows.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna get
'cause
a
then-
shirt and make my own pillow.
Okay, fair enough. Could also get the throw pillow and be like, yeah, I can drool on the gang too. Wake up from your afternoon nap.
I didn't hear what you said there. What? About the
Oh,
drool?
you could drool on the throw pillow on your afternoon nap.
Oh, you can. Sorry, I thought you were saying like one of the characters would say. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that would be funny to just like
Make it look like in the pattern that there's actually just like a drool mark on it incessantly.
That's what I should do. That's what I'm gonna do. Gonna get like a super extra large shirt and make a big pillow out of it and be like, cuddle it on the couch. Be like, I'm just gonna watch a movie with the boys.
Well, Godzilla Near's already got a new tagline for it.
pillow waddle.
A pumpkin pillow.
So, to be fair, when I started off kind of in the chats and in on Nerdporial's channel, and we're kind of joking around about the punk waddle and different variations, and then I came up with the funk and the drunk waddle when I accidentally got pocket modded on our channel, which I won't say because it was an accident, and once I figured it out, they got me back on. But I was drunk waddle in the chat for about a week because I couldn't sign in on my punk waddle thing, and then it just kind of became a joke. But we would always joke about derivative waddle names, and my other cousin named something waddle and something waddle. So
Nice.
Oh, dude.
You got so many cousins.
I just realized what your own little parody song needs to be.
all right.
Waddle a hee, waddle a hoo, waddle a ha.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Oh my god,
waddle
that's
the best part is-
awesome.
it'd be so easy for you to do, like
Yeah.
with the puppet. You're just like, you can just move his arms around, kind of like the guy, and you just like spin around. It would look so dumb. It'd be amazing.
That's your next project.
Cool. I'll get a green screen so we can do fun stuff.
That doesn't even need a green screen though, because like I'm just picturing you doing it like the kid in that one video,
Like that really fat kid. You remember that?
Yeah. La la la.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be epic.
There's your intro song right there.
What is this? Dirigible? What? Dirigible waddle?
What is that word?
I don't know. It's what Steven Ranson put in the chat.
Digital? I don't know.
Right.
Or is he trying to put drooling in there?
Dirigible. It's a dirigible, like a blimp. A dirigible.
I don't know. My mind goes to like a Furby.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
Furby.
that checks out.
I like that you just immediately made the sound effect.
I make that sound effect all the time. That's my sound.
To go
My
to.
kids like it too.
I know.
Oh man.
High Panda has a good point that
Mm.
inebriated waddle doesn't roll off the tongue so well.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But you could do like slosh waddle.
Floating
That-
the floating waddle balloon.
So, yeah, slosh waddle is when he gets on wine too much.
Oh.
Slosh waddle. Excuse me. All right.
It looks like an interesting hockey mask right now.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking.
Like, go rob a bank. Actually, I kind of look like what's his name?
The mask.
The Mask. No, not Jim Carrey. Makes me think of Nova.
Huh?
Kinda, not really,
Huh.
but
Oh, the meta is real.
all right. Let's see how this sits on here.
Is it time?
Well, I'm just gonna see how it looks. Can't really do much with it at this point. Actually, I probably could just attach it.
This
What?
is so amazing to watch. Like, y'all are so talented.
Well, he makes them. I just play with the puppets. That sounded worse than I meant.
Wow. Wow. Oh
Yeah,
my.
gotta save some stuff for Snowdub's channel. Ugh.
All right. Well, this is actually gonna look pretty sick. I'm really excited now. Like, look at that. That's
Look
so
at
cool.
that.
It's looking pretty good.
Would you look at that? Do you remember that videos?
Wow.
I'm just thinking of that. What's that? Those that guy. He would like do prank videos. He'd like go and like look at people's cars, pretending to buy them. Like, and he'd set up a camera. He's just sitting there the entire time. Would you look at that? And just like as the guy's like talking about the car, he's like, "Wow."
Oh, good. We've got some other good thoughts in chat.
Okay.
Ransom says, ironically, Drunk Waddle doesn't roll off anything but a bar stool. And I think Godzillion's near is on to something. He says Punk Waddle needs a smoking jacket and a pipe for Master Waddle Theater.
Ooh.
And that's where you can just do like a quick movie review synopsis.
Yeah. No, that could be funny. I gotta work
But
on
not
a
even
little-
the whole movie. Take it out of context. Like, take a clip out of context and like.
Exactly. I
This
like
guy
what you
is
think.
so racist. And it has to be like only like well-known scenes too. Like it can't be like obscure. Like it has to be like this is like endgame moments, like when
Mhm.
everyone's like going through the portals. Just be like, I don't even get it. Like
What is this, a metaphor? Life?
Exactly.
this never happens in real life. This is disgusting. Your friends are never here for you like this, ever.
They ordered this portal off Wish. Let's be honest. Look at how it's working.
All right. All right.
Okay. I'm actually really excited to see how the eyes light up with this thing when it's actually with the fabric
Yeah,
on.
me too. Going on, Steven Ransom says he's loving the wise waddle bits. Appreciate you calling me wise. I don't know if thinking a chicken egg is a penguin egg is wise, but you know, I do what I can.
They're not penguin eggs.
No.
His wife left
Yeah,
him, but
yeah.
she tricked him.
Yeah. She came back. She just left the chicken egg. She didn't actually leave me. But the pregnant pause was very well placed.
Yes, a Waddle Wrestling Federation.
Oof.
I got some Jello.
Oh man. Actually, that could be pretty funny for some waddling on the street. You're just like
Dad.
waddling on the street, and it's just you like looking to pick a fight with somebody. Like, would you fight a penguin? And just ask them, like, and then if they say yes, just be like, "Let's go." It's just like,
All right. I'll take off my badge. We'll do this for real. Street fight, no rules.
But don't ask them if they want to fight. You just walk up to them and you're like, "Hey, you want to waddle?" Like.
You want to waddle with the big leagues?
Okay, moment of truth. How's this gonna look? creepy enough, huh?
That is creepy. I like the
Mhm.
tongue.
Right?
That came out
It's
worse
just
than I
there's tons.
thought. I mean, like,
No, there's just tons of pins coming in there. Otherwise, I would
We're
totally
just
like
gonna
leave
let
it
that
on
one
there,
go.
okay, thanks.
We're PG-13 on this channel.
Not after that prison story, you're not.
Well, as Floral
But-
says, live interactions cannot be rated.
It's true. It's true. So, Stephen Ransom says, so good. Mortal Waddle Bat. Mortal Waddle Bat. Do, 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 do. So, yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that.
Yeah, he's shaping up pretty good.
I didn't script too bad.
No.
Not
And
this
the
time.
seams, and you don't really see the seams too much on the camera either. So that's kind of good.
Yeah, he's
So is it gonna have a body or is it just a head?
Oh no, he's gonna have a body. I'm
Oh.
basically gonna give him like a Kermit style body,
Oh.
and then give him the long, kind of gangly arms. I'm thinking only 3 fingers though,
yeah.
but long, like long alien fingers.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Anyway, yeah. Now I like that you're taking the kind of the classic alien tropes and well, I don't know what the classic alien Gene Simmons tongue trope, but you know.
Yeah. I have no idea. So, anyway, all right. So now we've seen how that looks. So what I want to do.
Hi, Nerdporial. Nerdporial asks where's his inner jaw because it's an alien.
Yeah.
The inner jaw.
Yeah, a lot of xenomorph references
Different.
tonight.
I know, right? Different kind of alien, guys.
Yeah. This is the Area 51. This isn't
Didn't you ever
Ripley's
see
alien.
that like show called Roswell? It's apparently based off of a true story.
No.
Okay.
Weird fact. I've never actually watched Aliens.
Oh. Well, Alien or Aliens, Nerd Portal,
Any of them.
he could
Yeah.
tell you all about that because him and Salty streamed about it a while ago.
Mhm.
Also, good stream.
I know I watched the stream and then I was gonna go watch it, but I haven't mustered up the courage to do
That's
it.
right.
I'm a big chicken.
I remember seeing you in chat as well. Oh, Godzillion asks a good question. Have you ever, or have you thought about a head in a jar puppet like Futurama?
No, but someone gave an idea of doing an Australian puppet,
Okay.
and he's upside down. So like,
Yes.
I'm like I don't know if it was like an intentional idea or if it, but I'm like I'm gonna do that. It's inevitable now, so that's gonna happen. It's gonna be an Australian upside down puppet.
Ooh. Steven Ransom spitting the facts. Wrong alien Nerdporial. This is the 1947 kind.
Exactly. You loser.
Wow.
I went right
Tough
through the
love.
throat.
Those
Although you could-
millennial aliens.
Is this post-modern aliens in a post-modern time? I don't know, because like there was a modern era, but then they realized that ended, and now they call us in the post-modern era, which is extremely
Oh.
confusing.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm confused just listening to that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We can strike that from the record and move on.
What do you think?
Can you strike that from the record? I feel like that's one of those things that like it can't be undone now.
Yeah, it's on the internet. It's permanent unless we delete this stream.
Oh
It's
no.
a deep magic. It cannot be undone. What? Oh no! What?
It's on the internet. It's forever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So true. So
Does that make us all immortals? Yes.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Yes.
it's like Ozymandias.
Okay.
You don't know that reference? All right. Apparently, you didn't pay attention in high school English class.
We might have read different books here.
Ozymandias is a famous poem. He made a statue to the Never Forgotten, but then he died.
Mm.
Anyway.
See, case in point, I don't remember him. Okay. Tough crowd.
Guess you had to be there.
Yeah.
All right. But you know the rule, right? When you make a joke that no one laughs at, and you're like, "Then I found $5."
Yeah. It's that or that I peed my pants, whichever seems more appropriate to the time. That's what I've been
Happens
told.
to
Anyway.
us.
Let's see.
By the
Ooh,
way, this is the only thing I use makeup applicators for now.
for now?
I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
Yeah. Hi Pando has, hoping this is a true story, he said he's been to Roswell and he got a parking ticket.
That's fun.
Did you
It
park
doesn't,
your
it doesn't sound like something that you'd make up.
spacecraft in the wrong hangar? Like what?
Yeah, it was. He parked his UFO in the economy parking lot.
Oh snap!
Employees only.
Mm. The work truck parking space. Yeah.
Okay. Going to let those little bits of eyelid dry. So part of my question for you guys is, do you think that there should be like a bottom part of the eyelid, like with a ridge? Ozymandias is an alternate name for Ramses II, the Egyptian pharaoh in 10 Commandments who wouldn't let Charlton Heston's people go. Is that actually true, though? Because I thought Ozymandias was just a poem.
I thought it was just a poem too.
Don't know.
Oh.
I feel like that's like one of those things that could actually be true. But here's the thing about the Ramses II. He might not have actually been the pharaoh during the Jews' slavery. I've actually done a whole bunch of research on it, and there's a whole bunch of theories that he might have been the pharaoh during Joseph's reign.
Okay.
But anyway, that was just because I was doing research on Genesis and all of that.
Ooh.
All right.
Well, Nerdpoil Strikes Back. Ha! That's for next year. Upcoming movie. It's true, he says. I looked it up when I saw the Orville trailer where Seth reads the poem. And while he could be bluffing, I do believe that the Nerdpoil does a lot of good research and really spit some cool facts and interesting information on his live streams and his videos. So
I feel like you're plugging him right now.
You know, okay, I'm done. But
on my stream, I am so insulted.
You know, once we get monetized, he'll send super chats to plug himself. So, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think it's
until then.
I think it's his millennial right. Anyway,
It's his millennial right, is what you just said.
Yeah.
As a millennial, I have rights to like put super chats so I can plug myself, okay?
That's how he talks for all of you who don't know and have never heard Nerdpoil talk.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I mean, he was on my birthday stream.
It's true.
My puppet revelation. I almost said something.
Which actually, so yours was one of the most organic high streams we had. This past one surpassed it.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were up to for views. We were at 68 for your birthday one, and this past week with Martin, went up to I think we're almost at 70 right now, or 71 in less time. So the highest view on the channel, though, goes to the audience reactions of Amber Heard trial. So,
yeah,
we got 0 subs from that, though, so it's It wasn't worth the effort. Because I
That's so
thought, you know what? If we reach out to this, like we'll see, like if I can get some subs by jumping on the train. And Snowdub, he was actually right about that, and he said it doesn't work.
So
Punk Waddle is a star.
I'll stop promoting anyone else and just do a lot of shameless self promotion from me. Yeah. Thanks.
You can
Kat.
promote me. I've got a whole 15 viewers. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a channel.
I was gonna say, if you have a channel, I actually
No,
Yeah.
I don't. No.
Why don't you though?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't have a channel, so.
Yeah, because Pumpkin doesn't.
Well,
Oh, wow.
you don't because he doesn't.
Exactly. I'm a
But
follower.
essentially, this is his channel too.
Well,
So, in essence, anyway.
in essence, yeah. I'm one of the Under a Rock affiliates. Yeah.
Affiliates.
Just wait till we have a Under a Rock Studios with Under a Rock Incorporated. We'll have a
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. If ever this thing took off and we became like the Muppets, we're doing it in Texas because Ontario would suck, like in every single way. I'd tell my wife, we're gonna become Americans and get guns and
Yeehaw!
make puppet videos.
There's a lot of cool people in Texas.
And she'd be like, "What? I don't want to go to Texas." And I'd be like, "Yeah, actually, you probably kind of do if you were honest with yourself." And then
It's hot down here, though, y'all.
that actually wouldn't bother her, I don't think.
Steven Ranson talks about somebody who's not me, so I guess we'll accept it. But
Oh, we can't have that. This is the Pumpkin show, even though this is floral.
I mean, he's talking about you, so you can take it, you can accept it. You know?
I'll take it.
Nerdporial says that he didn't realize that it was you, Squeaka.
Oh, hey.
He
I mean,
apparently
it just
doesn't-
says Squeaka right there.
He doesn't love you enough.
It's
No.
okay. I don't mind.
I think he's
Oh.
selfish.
Godzilla, since you're guilty by association, so when is the Squeaka puppet coming?
I mean, I don't know. Should I make a mouse puppet? Is that what I should do? Or spider? I should make a spider.
That's a misdirect. Okay.
Just a little bit of misdirect. Not a huge
mean-
one, but enough of one.
I know they do have some simple hand puppets and stuff that I've been thinking about investing in modifying maybe for another character. We'll see.
Oh.
Squeaka, I could show you the pattern that I used for Nelson if you want, and then you could just make it look more like a mouse. That's the thing. So it's actually not that difficult.
Oh, in Nordpoil, I think he asked a
Mhm.
question that I think you kind of touched on earlier. If you want to expound on that.
I've cosplayed as Gadget. Yeah, I have. I even made my own really big, huge wrench.
That's really cool.
What did you make it out of?
Foam and duct tape.
Okay.
Nice.
So at least it wasn't cardboard.
No. It was thick.
All right.
Wait, what does Pando say? In Texas, is it true they eat grape jerky?
What?
Grape jerky, yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I've had fruit jerky.
Isn't it just called dried fruit?
And then I just called raisins.
Oh.
Well, there's that.
I
too.
love Panda. That's the best grape jerky. I'm going to use that.
Well played. I didn't even think of raisins. My mind went to dried mangoes. Like that's where my mind went to.
Well, there's those like little fruit strips you can get. I mean, if you got a big enough
Well, that's what I was
dehydrator,
picturing, Rez, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, you don't even need a dehydrator. You can just put them in your oven on like 250 for hours. And you're fine.
for hours. Just waste
Noted.
all of that hydro.
Oh, I don't know if I want to address what Nerdportal just asks. I don't think we do that here.
what?
I don't think. Oh, I'm
What
sure
about-
they're.
Huh?
Jerky.
What about prune jerky? Oh, dude. I could use some prune jerky right now.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
we'll leave that one alone. Mhm.
Oh my God! Could you imagine a spider mouse gets like Steven has said that he said I don't know how to do the thing. Do you just click on him? I don't know how to do that.
What?
Oh,
But-
you can't.
I can't. It's good. I don't want to.
I have powers on this chair.
Fine.
I don't want powers. I was freaked out the first time somebody wrenched me, and I was like, "Whoa! I'll be a good wrench wench, though. I'll be the best wrench wench ever."
Hey, you. I mean, you already have a big wrench, so it only serves that you would be able to know how to use it.
There you go.
I have rebuilt a car.
And you also picked one up. Wait, we forgot to go back to that story, or do you want to save it for next time you're
speaking
featured?
of I wanted to tell you about my Canadian story. Where I dipped into Canadian and tried to go 100 miles per hour. Because I forgot it was in kilometers, and the speed limit sign said 100. And I kid you not, my brain went, "Fuck yeah, Canada!" Oh, sorry, I dropped that phone. But I was like, "Heck yeah, Canada! Let's get it on!" And so I'm cruising down this 100-kilometer-an-hour street at almost 100 miles an hour, and then I realized that's not miles per hour.
That's so
I
funny.
was like, "Thank goodness I didn't get a ticket."
Yeah.
Lost in translation, I'd say.
But yeah, I dipped into Canada for a wee little bit,
To do what?
just because I could.
Oh, okay.
Because I helped a friend
Where,
move
though?
to Seattle, so I hopped
you
the
went-
border and
You went to Vancouver?
yeah.
Oh, nice,
And
nice.
she left her gun in my car, and in her car that I borrowed, and I didn't know, so I said I had no guns, and I did, and
Ooh.
I was terrified the entire time I was in Canada, thinking they're gonna arrest me, they're gonna find me, they're gonna arrest me. They know these things.
But they're just too polite, so they'll just send you back. Hey,
Yeah.
look, we got somebody else in the chat.
Yeah, we got a Zach's. Yeah.
You got a Zach?
Zaxy!
Mhm.
Mwah!
Okay, here we go. So this is going to be a moment of truth thing. I'm just totally going for it.
Proof of life
can do it.
situation?
Do it.
Maybe. Maybe he studied at Roswell. No,
You're making
that's
me
a fair-
nervous.
It's a fair point, Zax. You know, the crickets are out. The crickets are loose.
Okay. That went on nicely. I'm very pleased with that. All right. So the upper part of the eyebrow ridge or the eye is connected. So it's looking pretty clean. I like it. So now I got to do the same thing, but for the lower eye. But this is where I'm like, this is the question. Because I'm thinking keep it super clean, but how do I explain this?
Oh, he said keep it super clean. I guess that's my sign. I have to leave.
Yeah.
Green alien.
Oh, Godzillionaire asked what the alien's going to be named. He missed our naming conversation earlier.
He did.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this for you or is this for somebody else?
Someone else.
Okay.
But we gave it a temporary name of Uffy.
Oh, that's right. And here's another chat to toot my own horn. If it weren't for Punkwaddle, I wouldn't have found Salty and Zax and everybody in the Wolf Brother cult. Hey, wait, I'm not a cult leader anymore. Or am I?
I mean, you are pretty legit cool, Pumpkin. I found a lot of cool things from you. And you're the first person that accepted one of my cheesy names. I was like, oh, I feel special.
I'm just a
There's a
derpy
joke I
penguin.
want to make. There's a joke I want to make so bad, but I'm gonna be good. I'm
Make
not
it.
gonna
Make it. Make it.
He's
In the private chat?
You work with handicapped kids, and he's the first one who's special to get like this fucking name.
All right. I'm
Oh, no. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't do that to me. Oh, you scared me.
Oh, no. That was just for Floral. He wasn't paying attention.
No, I was paying attention. I just
He's
didn't
busy putting on makeup.
Oh, yeah. Applying his makeup.
care. Yeah.
The Cult of Waddle.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that was part of the joke a while.
for a while. Like I
Yeah.
think you actually made that joke initially when I said that.
Yeah, we kind of, it was one of the first times in chat, and I don't remember if it was on your chat or somebody else where kind of,
I don't even know why I said it. You're just like I just said.
I think it was Salty or somebody else was kind of alluding to the banter a little bit, and then bam, it was.
Can I start a cheerleading team and call them the Women of Waddle, and we can just be wow?
I can't stop the fans.
Is there a weight limit?
Wait, is Moo Linda gonna try out?
That's the new exercise program. And she's like,
Need some spandex. Exercise routine.
I thought this was a yoga class.
Dax is on board. Pretty excited
Wait.
about this.
He's on board like he wants to join. Like, is there something we
I
need
don't
to
know.
know?
Like, he can join. I don't care. I don't mind.
He said it in all caps, Women of Waddle.
If he wants in, you can send him the link. I don't mind. More the merrier.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Does he want to hop in?
I mean, does he want in
the chat?
In the Women of Waddle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant.
I don't know Godzillionaire. I don't have my own website yet, so sounds like a big task.
But he does have his own part of the merch store.
No, that's true. That's true.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get one of those big waifu pillows that has Punk Waddle on it. It'll be my waifu.
Oh no. Oh no. It's escalated quickly.
If it's awkward or if it's like endearing.
What's
Oh.
a squeak waddle? That is
Uh,
whoa.
I mean, is that a celebrity power name? I don't know.
How do you get a celebrity power name? I need a celebrity power name.
I
Squeaks
think
doesn't sound very powerful.
First, you need to be a celebrity.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Well, here's the thing. And sometimes the nicknames are ironic, like, the big guys called Tiny. So, I mean, Squeaks doesn't necessarily a reflection on what you're capable of. It's a reflection on, I don't know, something funny. Like, weren't they saying, like, in actuality, like in Top Gun, the actual pilots, most of their call signs were embarrassing stories or stuff that just stuck?
Yeah,
So, I mean,
I've heard that in other things.
yeah.
Well, I got this name because I squeak when I sneeze and I squeak when I do other things. So I really got this name legit.
See, then that's a
So
legit
you're one of
call
those
sign.
people that does that. Okay. My wife just like blows up when she sneezes. She's just you, and you're just like, what the heck? And like most people, I mean, like you don't need to contain it, but you don't need to scream, like yell. Like
It's
she's
the,
gotten better. I'm not gonna
cathartic release of.
lie. Dude,
I used to startle people in the other room when I sneezed. So
she'd like make the house shake, like literally. Like I'm just like, what the? How are you doing this?
lung, just good
Well, it's
breathing exercise.
It's a good squeak. Like I've had people come to me in the grocery store, like from aisles over, because they expect something like a kid, and then they see me and they're like, "I just wanted to say that was really adorable," and I'm like, "F off, leave me alone." I know. Like,
You're not my friend.
All right. I think Steven Ransom needs to. Oh, we're gonna say something, Squeaka?
no, I was gonna say thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Steven says I should get into some hip hop covers. Show the Waddle, yeah, like that Waddle, so good Waddle.
That's the best you got. Oh, come on, sing it, like you mean it.
I don't even know what
Show me
song
how
that
it's
would
done.
be.
Oh, I don't know how to sing.
What song is it though?
Yeah, I don't know quite what parody that would be.
Yeah, I don't know what song that would go to.
Yeah, but I mean that's some good like little background little chanting stuff, for a cult. Okay, and this maybe not. Maybe that's a bad idea.
But yeah. Yeah. There needs to be no video footage of that.
Yeah. We'll just let that one go.
Shh.
Yeah.
I-
Zach says shush.
I meant to sing Happy Birthday to You. That was the only song I was going to sing, but I didn't get a chance to. So I'll have to wait for next year.
Or you
Fair enough.
just belated.
Mhm.
You're debating it.
Am I debating it? Oh, no. I mean, if you really want me to sing Happy Birthday to You, Pumpkin, I know. Like,
I mean, it's a moot point right now. It's fine. I mean,
Is it a moot point?
stop.
Just be honest. We've
Stop.
talked about this.
Waddle time.
Punk Waddle.
oh yeah, I like that. Can't waddle this. Can't punk this. Doom 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 doom.
Can't
doom,
punk,
doom.
yes.
It waddle time. Stop. Waddle time. I need words for the parody, but yeah. My
Crack
bad.
that waddle.
I mean, I got some good iambic pentameter when I've got into the prose. I actually, eons ago, like a decade, in a previous creative life, I actually played in bands and did some open mic singer-songwriter stuff.
Sure you did.
Yeah, I did.
Screenshot or it didn't happen.
I'm sure I got pictures and videos somewhere I could share.
Oh.
Maybe. Got some recordings somewhere.
On this.
I wasn't cool enough to be a band nerd.
Oh,
I
I
was
just.
choir.
Go ahead.
I really
Oh.
wanted to be a part of a boy band when I was in grade 8. Not gonna lie.
I mean, I was in theater. I did tech theater.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was a soundboard guy. I was pretty cool.
Oh, you are the cool one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I played bass guitar. I was a soundboard guy. I was that guy.
No.
I
Yeah,
was
I was-
mysterious.
You were mysterious? Like, did you
Yeah.
did you ever, like, purposely, like, do it, like, change the sound and, like, kind of DJ it? Like,
No, but one time I played the song in the wrong key, but we was outside and my amp wasn't that big and nobody could tell.
That's funny.
Oh,
Like a bridge over waddle water, he will waddle down like a bridge over waddles water. I don't know what song that is. I wish I knew.
like a bridge over troubled water. He will
Play
go-
that punky music, waddle.
That's some
boy.
Simon and G Funkle right there. Yeah, I said G Funkle.
or you could do, like, ice waddle.
Mm,
Too punk.
yeah. Apparently, my parody singing career has just begun.
Yes.
But it has to start with waddle a he.
Yes, it does.
Waddle a hoo. Like that's,
Waddle
and it only needs to be like 30 seconds. Like it doesn't need to be long. It just needs to happen.
Yeah, I think Steven Ranson's already clipped that. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What did he clip?
I don't know. I think I just gave them ideas if they hadn't got it yet. My bad.
Mm-mm. Oh. Thanks for letting me hang out with y'all. This has been fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually having so much fun. I didn't even realize it's already like way past my bedtime.
Yeah, I'm glad you just came to hang out and chill because thought it'd be fun to have you on the channel, but
The hard part about those things is like I do kung fu, and everybody's always scheduling things for right when I'm at kung fu, and I'm like, guys,
What time are you at Kung Fu at?
from 7 to 9,
On
Oh.
Wednesdays?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Interesting. What belt are you?
Beginner.
Okay, so you don't have good Kung Fu.
No.
So you're not-
I started to do it with my kid because my kid's a black belt.
Awesome. So you're not fast as lightning?
No. Not
Speak of
even
word,
close.
Kung Fu fighting.
I was gonna say, are you a little bit frightening?
I see you, Zax. And I thought he had left the chat. Good to know
Oh,
you're still here,
He
friend.
even has a good boy band name for y'all.
Yeah. The Felt Street Boys.
Oh, Godzillionaire said it first. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I like making parody songs. I'll help you.
Awesome.
I
Apparently,
love-
that's what we like to do here, too. And, Squeaky, your giggle is a hidden chat. I know you're doing it
So
just
what?
for that.
My what? I hate my laugh. Oh my
Your
god.
giggle?
Yes.
It's a good laugh.
Oh,
It's-
thanks.
It's endearing.
And it's also a little infectious too, because yeah. Okay, makes me think of, I think it's a show Coupling, British show Coupling, about the giggle loop.
The giggle loop? What is that?
Basically, like, Coupling was like the British version of Friends decades ago, but the idea is that anytime, I mean, there's a whole episode on it. They do it better, but it's basically anytime anything inappropriate happens and you try not to laugh and you try to stifle that giggle, you just hold it in. Like, there's basically glasses that get stacked on top of each other each time, and so the weight of that laugh gets bigger and bigger and bigger until finally, at the most inappropriate time, you just burst out laughing. And yeah. It's a pretty
I've had
funny
that
episode.
happen. I
But the
believe
way-
that.
Just the way they explain it in the show, there's some clips on YouTube of just kind of a couple minute moment explaining it, but the whole episode's really fun how it builds up to that whole thing.
I'll have to watch it. Sounds like a better show than Alien, anyways.
Wow.
Probably is.
I don't need a scary movie. I tell you, I make my own scary movies at night when I sleep, so I don't need to. I don't need
talking
any
about-
help.
Are you talking about your dreams?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
she
the
relives a
weirdest
prison
one.
experience in her head.
Oh yeah, that would be nightmares. Oh, okay. We're
Wait, what?
expanded universe here. Zach's coming up with how is there not a Squeak and Mouse Punk Waddle anime? She does kung fu. He plays bass. I mean,
I'm also a mechanic. I can do that too.
yeah. I need a secondary skill. I'm bad at this.
You make puppets. You sew.
He doesn't.
Oh, damn.
I build plastic models.
There you go.
He's just a geek.
Yeah, pretty much. Wait, what? Oh,
See, I'm a loser who plays with this stuff.
Oh, you're not a
that-
loser. My favorite things are Play-Doh and bubbles. So, I mean, and coloring books. So you're all good. You're like my kind of people.
all right.
Looks
So there we
good.
go.
Like it.
So, and then if you move your thumb around, you can get that tongue moving
Wow.
because your thumb is actually inside the tongue.
Okay.
Oh,
That's what I
cool.
thought you said you were gonna do.
So
Oh, so he can like lick his own eyeball? Yes. Oh my god, yes.
That's awesome. Hold on a second. I forgot to put in contact solution. Hold on.
oh, yeah.
Can't really get the other eye, but you at least like this eye.
He's a left eye licker.
I say that in a southern accent. You left eye liquor.
You left eye licker.
I feel like you should see like left eye belly liquor. I feel like that.
You yellow eye licker.
Left eye belly liquor.
You left-eyed belly licker. But he doesn't lick his own belly.
Yeah, the anatomy of that
You
is confusing.
green-bellied left-eye licker. How about that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a biologist, but I'm confused. Yeah. Well, the chat's loving it.
So
That is great. Cool. Like Tony the Tiger.
Great.
You can roll your R's pretty good.
But I actually don't use my tongue for that. That's all throat.
Really?
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
I can do the R thing, like when you speak Spanish.
Yeah.
But I can do both.
Nice. Being not a true native Texas, no, I do pretty good, but I'm not always sounding natural.
Just want to fix this part of the eye. So I think we're going to be done here in a couple minutes because I need to go to bed. I'm feeling it after a full day of work. And
He's not living on Texas time like some cool kids here.
Oh, so sad.
Isn't Texas 2 time zones though?
No, just one.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
just central.
Yeah, we say New Mexico, you can do your own dang thing. Fun story though. If you are working in New Mexico and you're flying just over the border and you're flying out of Midland at 6:30 in the morning and you forget that there's a time change difference, you might almost miss your flight.
Been there, eh?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
neat. It was an hour drive, and it just thankfully we were flying at such a small airport that we were able to just run in and be like, okay, you're not checking in your bags. Nope. Okay, good, because it's too late, but you can make it to the flight. Woo!
So I think what I'm going to do when I get to it, I'm going to I might try and Henson stitch into the velvet and then that way it'll create like a nicer kind of seam or spot and hide some of those imperfections. But otherwise, kids, that is that for
I
tonight.
just want to say, with Zach's comment, I'm curious what sort of clips and commentary will end up on the YouTubes of the next few
Oh
days.
no. Oh no. Well, it looks amazing.
It does.
No, I'm very pleased with how he's turned out.
He turned out for what?
Fluffy looks great.
What could we see him with the lights on again one last time? That's really cool.
So you can just have him talking like this most of the time, but then when he gets the rage on or something, I don't know. But anyway,
All right.
the only thing I'm sad about is you don't see the definition as much as I hoped you would along the brow ridge. But whatever. Win some, you lose some.
Well, that's true.
I don't know. I mean, it still looks great even without the definition. You know, like you can tell that. I don't know, from where I'm sitting, there's not a whole lot of definition, but you can tell there's something there.
Yeah. No, I can see, you can see it in the camera better than you can in person.
Yeah.
So that doesn't matter to me.
The lighting's good.
Yeah, there's a shadow for sure.
Mm-hmm. But what's kind of cool about him is from this angle, like he just looks like kind of angry or whatever. But then, like the moment all you gotta do is like lift up his head, and like you've just changed his entire. Now he's happy. Stupid punk waddle.
Wait,
Stupid punk walk. Like it's just
why?
like
Why is
so
all the
much
puppets
just-
always picking on me? I waddle in the classroom, cool and slow. No,
Oh.
okay.
do a pinch stitch at the corner of the eyes. Yeah, I can see how that would help too. But if
Yeah.
it's not any glue in there, that's the only problem. But at the same time, I could just stab through and do
Ow.
it that way because there's fabric behind the foam. So
Behind
intentionally.
these fabric eyes.
Yep. But anyway, it's bedtime for me. So thank
Go
you
to
so
bed.
much, you guys, for joining.
Thanks for letting me hang out. I mean it. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so
definitely fun hanging out.
We'll
Squeak.
try and get you on the show. Let us know when you're not doing your kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Well, I may like take a hiatus for a couple of weeks, and I don't know. I need to talk to my instructors and stuff.
There you go. Let us know,
Yeah.
and we will get you on. And you can make yourself a sock puppet before then, and then that way you
Oh.
can.
Or do I have to have a puppet?
No,
No.
Okay.
it is more fun if we can see something, though.
I don't even have a camera.
Mm.
You have nothing,
No, sorry, darling.
really.
I mean,
There's not one built into your screen that you're looking at right now.
no, there's not one built into my monitor.
All right, then you can have a avatar.
I'll find a good one. I
Wait,
mean,
you
or
just
start
use one you always use.
use my little excited one.
Kung Fu mouse.
Yeah.
But all right, cool kids. I'm gonna shut her down.
And thanks for everybody that hung out and chat too.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Good to see y'all.
Thanks for all the ideas, and maybe we'll jot some down. And
You didn't
Maybe
jot
like-
any of that down.
What kind of secretary are you, Pumpkin? See, y'all need an assistant. There you go. I'll be your personal assistant.
There we go.
apparently,
Secretary Val's.
it's too busy highlighting the chat. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, folks.